Hi guys, Lewis here for this week's episode of Piranha Bites. So the first thing I've got here, because I'll get straight into it, I've been looking forward to for a few months, but actually forgot was coming out. The Superman and Robin special. So by Superman and Robin it actually means the Super Sons, so Jonathan Kent and Damian Wayne, and it's done by Tomasi, who did the stuff that made these guys worth reading. Not necessarily Damian, because Grant Morrison did all that stuff first, but, you know, the Superman run that Jonathan Kent plays a massive part of, then spinning into Super Sons, his version of that character is like the definitive for me, at least so far anyway. And yeah, just more of that was a lot of fun. Nice little escapade into the Fortress of Solitude. They get up to no good when their dads are away. Yeah, a lot of fun, and I really recommend it. I had fun reading it, and it was early hours this morning, so it kept me awake. And that brings me on to my From the Vault Golden Oldie kind of pick, which this time is a bit tenuous, but obviously I'll explain. The Jeff Johns Green Lantern run. Now, the main reason I bring this up is because Tomasi and Gleason, even though Gleason ain't on that, I always associate them together because they're a great team. Tomasi and Gleason mainly got known or made their name doing the Green Lantern Corps stuff that accompanies this run, and it all melds together for one of the best superhero runs you will ever read from anyone ever. Like, barring, you know, the Daredevil stuff that I never stopped talking about, the Bendis Brubaker era, this is probably the best superhero thing I've read as an extended run, because there's loads of cool mini-series out there like Kingdom Come, Dark Knight Returns, stuff like that. But as ongoings, it doesn't get much better than this. So if you've not already, check it out, because you will not be disappointed. And if you're not a fan of Green Lantern, that will make you a fan. That's exactly what it did for me. Next up, Devil's Reign issue 3. Quality stuff. I can't say enough good things about Zdarsky lately. This whole thing where he's got the Daredevil run that just finished, he's got Woman Without Fear, he's got this, and then Daredevil #1 is going to be starting soon. So that's a new jump on point for people not already on it, which you should be. In my opinion, it's probably been the best Marvel book out since it was coming out. Only rivaled by Immortal Hulk, and because I like Daredevil more, I'd say it's better. So yeah, like, sort of, if you're not getting this, get it. It's only in issue 3. I know it's a 6-issue mini, so it's halfway, but it's not a lot to catch up on. It catches you up with everything you need to know. And I caught up with the Zdarsky run recently, and the last pages of the last trade, or last issue, or whatever you want to call it, go straight into this. So it's all really seamless, and you're reading a classic run. I don't think Daredevil's been this good since Brubaker. I know Wade's run has his admirers, and I love Mark Waid myself. I just don't think it was tonally appropriate for Daredevil. Whereas this stuff is kind of goes back to the heyday of, well, my heyday anyway, the Bendis Brubaker stuff. I know a lot of people would say Miller as well, but in my opinion, they kind of took what he did and put some steroids in there. Anyway, next up, Avengers Forever issue 2. So for those that picked up #1, if you enjoyed it, #2's out, and it's Jason Aaron, who kind of has like a tight grip on everything Avengers related at the moment, it seems. Titan have brought out Cowboy Bebop #1. So if you're a fan of the franchise, here's an issue 1 of the comic. And also, it's written by Dan Waters, who I think is pretty good from what I've read of his. He did a really cool Image mini-series called Coffin Hill. Not Coffin Hill, sorry, Coffin Bound. Too many coffins. But yeah, if you've not checked that out, check that out, because that was really cool as well. And he's been doing the Sandman Universe, well, not anymore because it's stopped, but was doing the Sandman Universe Lucifer stuff. I've not read myself, but I've heard is really good. Next up, DC vs. Vampires issue 4. This has been pretty popular here. I say here, probably everywhere, to be honest, because it's really good. It's Tinian, and yeah, it's more of that Deceased kind of stuff. Probably not quite as good, because Deceased was inexplicably good. Like, probably my favourite Justice League stories outside of Kingdom Come. But yeah, still definitely a series worth your time. This I haven't had the chance to read yet, and really want to, because I love Garth Ennis. And if he's writing something for DC, it's Black Label, so you must know they've kind of let him go, you know, do what you want. He loves his war stuff as well, so this is probably a good excuse for him to just squeeze more of that into whatever he's writing next. And I know so many people have been waiting for this, and given how long the wait has been, I completely understand. Saga. bet you never thought you'd see another issue of it. A year hiatus. That was a very long year. But either way, it's issue 55. It's out. Finally, I'm holding it in my hand. I never thought I'd be able to say that without lying. And you know what? Fair play to them. It's a double-sized issue, and it's $2.99 still. You know, the integrity of the creators is pretty amazing. I love their work, especially Brian K. Vaughan. Whenever someone asks me about favourite comic writers, he's always in the conversation. So, yeah. And what's interesting as well is Fiona Staples' name's first. Don't know why that is. It's not a bad thing either. That they're both important for the run, but I know I read it for Brian K. Vaughan, put it that way. Next up, finally, actually, Gunslinger Spawn issue 4. So if you've been checking out the Spawn stuff, there's Gunslinger Spawn, there's King Spawn, and there's now Scorched as well as obviously the main Spawn title, because that's not going anywhere in a while. That's literally as old as me, actually. So that's the Spawn stuff there. If you're checking out one, you'll probably do well to check out the others, because he's kind of carving out his own universe. Maybe with a film in mind, who knows? And that's all from me. As always, for a comprehensive list of everything that's out, check out Dave's newsletter. And I will see you guys next week.
Piranha, white, white, white. Piranha, piranha, white, white, white. Piranha, piranha.